New Sorcerer Supreme is here with Wanda, and this book was actually a little bit better than I expected. So, first few pages, she takes out Dormammu. I'm not gonna go too in depth on the fight because that could be a whole video. But we go into the house, and Wong is kind of pressing her. I saw a lot of Doctor Strange fans were hoping he'd have a little bit of sass, but he's like, you got plenty of other sanctums, yet you choose to come here and take my best friend's house and his title. Which, I like that they brought up because, the sanctum, you don't get the sanctum by being Sorcerer Supreme. A lot of people seem to think that, like, no, the sanctum is just Strange's house outright. That's not a Sorcerer Supreme thing, like the gear. But, he allows her to stay because he wants to watch her basically because Wanda's doing she wants to do a lot of changes to the rules. So he's allowing her to stay in the sanctum because he wants to keep an eye on her. And, he's got her doing chores to walk the dog. So, yeah, getting her to work. But yeah, so she has her little self a council. So she's got her two kids, Wiccan and Speed. She's got Amaranth, her student. She's got Somnus, the dream guy if you know him. And then she's got Clea. So she's talking about how she wants to change the rules of magic, be radical, be a little bit different. And Clea's like, I don't know about that. And she was like, the rules do have places because Clea's basically like, I was able to bend the rules to take care of my little sister away from my mom. But then Kadon shows up because she's also got Kadon on her council. And she's like, this is my way to keep an eye on Kadon. She's doing the whole keep your enemies close vibe by letting him be on her council. Talk, calling him the devil's advocate, which is just like, Wanda, when they say devil's advocate, they don't mean an actual devil. But he's there like, yes, you should break the rules of magic because he made chaos stuff. He's all chaotic. He's like, be chaotic, break the rules, break everything. He's like, that fool of a sister of mine, Ashtur, because he's the brother of Ashtur from Vishanti. He's like, screw her order. She's a fool. Break everything she's built, this and that. Then we get to see actually how Wanda became Sorcerer Supreme. So when Doom sacrificed himself to save Valeria, he also had the Sorcerer Supreme gear, so the cloak and the eye, which got, evaporated. But, their essences cried out, to the like abyss, and Wanda managed to hear their cries. So her last door takes like people in need to her. So it managed to, bring their essence. So she was able to reconstitute them. So, since she helped them out, they, put themselves on her, gave themselves their power for safety. And after that, the Vishanti pulled up and they were like, hey, take that chain off your neck. We ain't give you that. And Wanda was just like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And then they were like, you talking back to us? You're just a scared child. And she was like, basically just banished them away. She was just like, well, anyways, y'all two can go in timeout. I mean, y'all three can go in timeout. Think about what you did. So then, she goes and walks bats, telling him how she's trying to break through all the barriers and magic, how gatekeeping is becoming cage. And she gets attacked by Agatha, who the Vishanti elected as their own Sorcerer Supreme to take her down.